All right, welcome back to this edition of the Three Under Podcast. I'm your host, Julian, here as always with the boys, Shenron and Josh. Gentlemen, how are we feeling on this Tuesday evening?
Feeling great. I mean, it's major championship week. What else do you want in life, right? We're coming off some unbelievable events kind of all around the globe and walking into major championship week with some style. So lots to talk about tonight. Excited.
Yeah, it's a great part of the year because it feels like there's majors, and I know it's like once a month, but it feels so much more than that to me. It's been so enjoyable.
We have 4 events leading up to the PGA, a lot of golf, a lot of people in form, a lot of I think this
A lot of
week's
people
gonna be
out of form.
exciting. A lot of people out of form, but
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I think going into the Masters, there was a lot of uncertainty who's going to win, but I think this week it's like uncertainty who's going to win. So I think PGA Championship kind of allows for that random guy to win. So I'm
Totally.
hoping for a random guy to win, like somebody that
I don't
we
know.
had no
It's
idea
been a
who.
lot of big names winning it lately.
I know, but like, there's some like random people that win it, like Wai Yang. Like that was pretty random.
Pull out the one outlier.
So, I think it would be fun to see something crazy happen.
There's always a Danny Willett in your books, huh?
Please no.
No.
All right. Well, just so we know where we're going today, boys, we're going to start with recapping the Truist. I think we've got a little more to talk about this week than normally when we're recapping a tournament. Then we're going to go to our scoreboard result from the snake draft last week. I think I might be looking forward to that quite a bit. We are going to do our best stock up, stock down, a fan favorite. We do want to hint on a few of the other tournaments. As Josh mentioned, there were other tournaments last week besides the Truist. So we're going to have just a quick segment on those. And then we're going to wrap up this evening's podcast talking about what else but the PGA Championship coming up this weekend. So a lot of good things to talk about. But first, let's just dive right into it, boys. The Truist. How do we feel about Quail Hollow?
I love the golf course. I think it was I think it just goes back to any golf course with a drivable par 4 I love. I don't know what it is, but every course that has a drivable par 4, I'm like, it's every course needs to have one of those on the back 9. It's like such the most risk and reward hole. We saw like he put it into the water. It kind of derailed his chance to win. You see so many like great things. So and then another great finishing 3 holes at the Quail Hollow. So
yeah, I was looking forward to those finishing 3 holes, but then I felt like, by the time Raytan got to 18, it was just a ho-hum par for him.
Yeah, but it's a good par. That's a tough hole. Like,
true,
a lot
but
of
he could have
people not
bogeyed
make
too.
pars there. Yeah. So I agree. I think every year I kind of forget how good the finish is at Quail Hollow from the drivable par 4 into the Green Mile, right? Like it's everything you can ask for. Because a lot of times the par 5s, right? If the guys are coming into par 5s, they might all be reaching it with 5 irons, right? But it's different when they're hitting into a green with a driver, and that water's a lot more in play than it would be, say, a par 5. So I agree. I think those drivable par 4s, especially towards the end of events, when there's difficult holes after it. So if you want to make a birdie now, it's probably like your last chance. I think it's a great setup for closing events.
Yeah, the last 5 holes there, you have the par 4, then a reachable par 5, and then you get into the brutal last 3 stretches. And man,
forces you to make birdies on those easy holes, which is a lot of pressure.
I think Quail Hollow's underrated. I think it's one of the more underrated courses, and
I agree.
I think people like it, but I think it's just underrated because it kind of just gets swept under the rug right before a major, and like the Florida.
Let's not forget though, Josh. They did host a major last year.
They did. That is true. It's always on.
They definitely get some flowers.
It's always on the schedule, no matter what tournament is. So if they don't get a regular tournament, they get a major or they get a Ryder Cup, uh, like a few years ago also. So
Yeah, but if you think about it, like you were saying, I don't think it gets enough credit because a lot of times people will say, "Oh, the best courses on tour, right? You got Torrey Pines, Pebble, Riviera, Memorial, Bay Hill,"
Sawgrass.
but like that, Quail Hollow gets left out of that list repeatedly, right? And I think it deserves to be in there as it always is quality events, majors or not.
Mm.
No, I agree. I agree. Gents, I want to do it a little bit different this week. I've got just a list of players, and I kind of want to just go down the list, and we can give a couple quick thoughts. First, and certainly most, let's talk about the winner, Christopher Raytan. I gotta say, man, I think when you get to our age, for those viewers and listeners who don't know, we're 28 and 29 years old. Christopher Raytan is 28 years old. And as soon as he won, I looked up. I thought the dude was like 40 because that beard makes him look way older than he is. So I looked it up, 28 years old. And my first thought was, dang, he's old. And then I realized I'm older than he is. It's like one of those moments that slaps you in the face. I guess, hey, our time could still be coming, boys. But
It could be.
what
Yeah,
an
I mean
impressive performance.
he has had a grindy career, right? So he turned pro in 2019 on the European Tour, dropped back down to the Challenge Tour, which is like the Corn Ferry of European in 2022 to 2024, got re-promoted last year to 2025. This year to 2026 wins a PGA event. So he's definitely had kind of that long haul, grinded out career and left-hand low chipping, which as a guy who has always thrived at chipping, and has gone away from left-hand low chipping because it's still too yippy. I I respect that he can win events chipping left-hand low after the patented Matt Fitzpatrick made it common.
And
Josh, any thoughts on Raytan?
I saw two quick facts about him. Or not one fact, and one thing that he said in his interview was that he started playing golf, like he started getting better in the last few years because he found the love of the game again, where he lost the love of the game, and I thought that was pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool to see him uh, talk about how he lost his passion and then he got it back, and I thought that was cool. But then also, then I heard that if he did lose his passion and he wasn't a pro golfer, he would have been set for life anyways because
Yeah.
his grandparents are billionaires. They own like every gas station in Norway. They're like the 7-Eleven of like Norway is they own all the gas stations. So
Great.
Yeah, when I say he was grinding in his career, he was still grinding in private jets.
Yeah.
I mean,
Must
it
have been
wasn't
tough.
necessarily like the rest of us grinding pros.
Must have been tough.
Uh,
That's a good point,
But
though, Josh,
still,
that you bring up
kudos
because
to him though.
yeah,
Still great performance. Yeah.
but I don't think that's talked about enough is the burnout in professional golf. I mean, from the 10,000-foot view, we're all sitting at home thinking, man, these guys have it as good as possible. But the flip side of that coin, I remember when Shannon was trying to go pro, Shannon, you talked about how burnt out you were. It started to feel like a job. You got to wonder too, like that's got to happen to a
Well, it
lot of
is a
good.
job.
No, right. But it didn't feel like when we go to the course on a Saturday now, it's like, I can hardly sleep the night before because I'm excited to go play golf. You
Yeah, no,
certainly lose that a little bit.
you definitely lose it 100%. I kind of more realized it when I gave up pro golf. When you go back to playing regular golf after playing professionally and training your brain to just be cutthroat and going to a course to beat everyone that's there, then go back and, get a real job, as Julian would say, and start playing for fun. It took me
Profitable job, I would probably better.
profitable. That's a good way to put it.
Got 'em.
Not just hemorrhaging money every month. No, but when you go back to playing for fun, it took me really a couple of years to learn how to just have fun on a golf course again because my brain was so trained from, being upset with bad shots, and when you're not practicing that, you're gonna hit bad shots. That's how life goes. So it's a pretty big adjustment that I only really realized after stopping competitive golf.
Yeah, last few times, Shannon, we went out, you've been like down in the dumps after 3 holes. You're like +3, and you're like it looks like you're not having fun at all. And I'm
Okay.
like, I'm just
Okay.
happy to be out here. I don't get
Okay.
to play.
Well,
though.
first things first, I can hit bad shots, bad drives. That doesn't do anything for me. Bad putting, I don't mind. If I chunk a chip, I go from 0 to 100 in a millisecond. That is my
What?
trigger. And
So
unfortunately, it
basically,
happens
as soon
quite
as you miss a
often in the
green,
golf course. But yeah, I will be completely happy all day just hitting bad shots. But once I chunk a chip, I'm gone.
You would
My
think
head's
that you would
rolling
be
down the
used
fairway.
to it by now. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's, I mean, as I said, it's an unfortunate trigger because that happens quite often. But yeah,
nice.
but I think I fixed it now. So once we go out next time, I fixed it.
Yeah.
We go
Um,
left hand low
moving-
claw behind the back.
No.
it can't be worse.
Yeah.
Moving down the list, how about Ricky Fowler, boys? I think you guys maybe saw that coming. I was hoping he
Yeah.
would pull it out. I thought
Oh.
the shot at 16 when he stuffed it to 5 feet was going to be where he won it, and then he missed the putt, and then bogeyed
That was
18.
momentum crushing.
It was.
Yeah, but how,
it really
was it not just refreshing to see him in contention again? Like, I feel like it's been so long. Pulls out the
Yeah, I mean,
orange
what
on
he won?
Sunday.
He won the Rocket Mortgage, right, in 22, I think.
Yeah, something like that in
But
Detroit.
even before that, that was probably a 4 or 5 year drought before that as well. So probably one in
Yeah.
the last 10 years.
23.
So 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's was definitely cheering him on. And I really thought after that shot on 16, I'm like, oh, he's gonna do it.
Yeah,
And
that shot
if
was
anything,
so sexy.
we were talking about maybe Fitzpatrick being the one to come snuff it, and here comes
Raytan out of nowhere.
Raytan just
Oh,
spoil
man.
everyone's party.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if somehow he fell a few shots. Like on 17, was it? No, 16. He hit a bad drive and then got lucked out, Raytan,
Oh,
and missed the
how
missed
did
the
that ball not
bunker.
go in the bunker?
I have no idea. And then he missed the green and then left himself a 12-footer for par, and then made it. Oh, that won him the tournament. That
Yeah.
sequence right there on 16.
Yeah, that and Ricky missing his birdie. The 16th hole
Yep.
was definitely a game changer.
Man.
Yep.
It was so disappointing to see Fowler lose there.
Yeah.
I will say that's 3 straight top 10s for Ricky, with all 3 gaining more than 1 stroke around on approach. So his irons are hot. 3 straight top 10s. I mean, he's definitely playing the best golf he has probably in the last decade.
Yeah.
And
It's refreshing. He's one
I
of
was
those guys. Again, golf is better when he's good.
That's true.
I was watching the final round at my mom's house for Mother's Day, and my grandma was there, my mom was there, and they all were like, "Man, like the only person I know on the leaderboard is Fowler. Like, who are all these people?" Like, so we were all rooting for Fowler, so it was kind of sad to see him come up short.
I mean, Josh, that was Josh and I have a joint one and done pool, and we actually picked Ricky last week. So
We
I don't
did.
think many people picked Rayton. So I think
No.
we did pretty much as well as we could have, but we were hoping
Nice.
for that extra cash in the season long.
I don't see ourselves pulling out Rayton last week
No.
on Thursday for a pick.
I think one guy in
Fowler
the
was
Rip
our
Run
best
group picked him.
our best pick. Like there's nobody else.
Yeah,
Like there's no way we're getting that pool.
we moved up at least. We moved up with Ricky, so that's helpful.
Excuse me. Are you guys in the money on that yet?
No.
No.
800,000 short.
No,
Okay,
we're
well,
we're knocking on
check
the
back
door
soon.
after the Ricky though. Hey, but
Yeah.
I will say we still have the Scotties, Rorys, Cam Youngs. We all have that all in our locker still.
And Ludwig, we have our top 4
And-
still
yep.
left.
So we have a lot of the top guys still at our disposal, which should
And all the
hopefully
live
help us
guys for the
fly.
majors.
Except
Yeah,
Patrick Reed.
think-
Already
I was
pulled
we
him
picked
out at
Patrick.
Augusta.
Thinking maybe a Bryson this week. I don't know.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
We're not getting to picks yet.
Not
I'm
a
going
bad
to keep
shot
going down
there.
the list. But boys, how about Alex Fitzpatrick? He was my stock up last week. I'm super high on this kid.
This
How
guy's
impressive
legit,
is
man.
that? If he can learn how to putt, he's going to be a force.
I will tell you, He gained 10 strokes on just approach this week, which was number one in the field, with second place gaining 6 strokes on approach. So he almost doubled up on the second best iron player on the field this week, which is just unbelievable stats. The fact that he had pretty much a zero putter. It was technically a little bit negative. So he almost won with negative putting this week and just unbelievable iron game. I think he is legit. He is hot, and they better
Yeah.
put some respect on his name.
I've been saying it, man. I was glad that he's been playing well after the Zurich, because I didn't want to hear people saying he's only there from his brother's play. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I was a little low key rooting for him, by the way.
Jules, like, speaking of which, Fitzpatrick kind of, he's that big headline of using the Zurich finish to springboard himself onto the PGA Tour career. But
Mhm.
Rayton came second in the Zurich, right? Also using
Yeah.
the Zurich as a springboard into another win now.
Yeah.
And we kind of mentioned in the last couple podcasts is how the Zurich tends to have kind of a mental reset for a lot of players where they get to play with a buddy. If they're not playing amazing, maybe they get some good mojo there and kind of use it to keep walking into some other good events, good finishes throughout the year. So interesting how
Yeah.
they both kind of use Zurich.
Great point. Yeah, and they're both backing it up for sure. Very cool to see. I think it speaks to golf as a whole right now, how impressive it is, the depth of talent you have. Because a year ago, nobody was talking about either of these guys, and now they're both two of the best
Sure.
players on tour right now.
Mm-hmm.
On the flip side of that, I have a list of maybe more surprising finishes too. But before we get into that, one guy I want to spend a little bit of time here talking about is Cameron Young. Now, let me just kind of open this little mini segment here with some quick thoughts, basically. He was in contention heading into Sunday. Really, like, in my view, if I had to place a bet on somebody to win going into Sunday, he was probably the guy. Again, though, another poor Sunday finish. He shot 3 over on Sunday.
It's another. He's been winning everything he looks at.
I'm talking about Augusta. Now, listen, I'm not saying you have to shoot, 6 under every time you're out there on Sunday, but both yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago, and at Augusta, those finishes, he was going the wrong direction, right? It's not like anybody chased him down. I feel like you live with that, right? But you can't live with just poor play. I've talked a lot about how I have a ton of confidence in the guy because I feel like he can hit any shot anytime. And I still feel like that's true. But really, the question I want to pose here, boys, and I want your thoughts on this, is like, how the flip side is he has closed as well. And so it's kind of an interesting dynamic because you've got a couple good closes and then a couple, like, where did that come from rounds? If Cam Young is in the lead going into Sunday, like, how do we trust him? Is that just golf?
I have no problem trusting him. I think Sunday was one of his worst putting rounds of his career. He lost 5.5 strokes putting, and
Yeah,
I
it was
think
terrible.
most
Dang.
notably like that 4-putt
putt.
from inside
Mhm.
20 feet, right? Kind of went viral on Twitter. So
That's what took him out.
I would strike this up as like a oops, my bad type of day, and I don't think it has anything to do with his ability to close. I mean, he's coming off a win before this week. Like, give the guy a break.
Again, I'm not trying to
It was actually
overreact.
his
It's
worst.
just
It was I just looked up his worst putting performance on the shot gains metric
There you go.
Interesting.
So
ever.
since he's
Yeah.
turned pro.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I guess it's
I-
easy to shoot 3 over when that's the case.
yeah, so he's still gaining strokes off the tee last week, gaining on approach, he actually gained like 6 strokes chipping last week, so his chipping was great, but the
Follow-up
putting
question.
hurt him.
Follow-up question. We know how
Mhm.
fickle golf can be, especially putting. Just to point out Josh's boy, Jordan Spieth, right? 10 years ago, he was the hottest putter on earth. Everybody was like, we've
Hashtag
never
Jacob
seen a
Bridgman.
putter this good. Yeah. Again, Jacob Bridgman.
Yeah.
Is the fact that his putting was so bad on Sunday, especially coming from a guy who historically has not been a great putter, is that maybe actually more worrisome to you? Could this be more of like a regression to the mean, and the fact that he was putting so well was a fluke?
I mean, last year Cam Young still averaged over 2 strokes gained per year on putting. So I wouldn't
Mhm.
necessarily say he is a bad putter. We kind of had that notable story about his caddy and stuff, and ever since then he's been one of the best putters on tour. So I think sometimes you putt so bad that it's kind of laughable. You kind of laugh at how how it's just not your day. I think that's a laughable laugh it off round.
Yeah. So
Again,
when
I love the guy
in
too. I'm hoping that's the case.
so just strictly stats in
I like stats.
2024. In 2024, he had some good rounds, but it was all overshadowed throughout the whole year of him just being a bad putter or average putter. 2025, he new caddy started putting way pretty well, but he started off the year hitting the ball horrendously, missing like every cut. He couldn't hit any irons, and then he started hitting his irons well, and people were kind of surprised to see him at the Ryder Cup, and he played well at the Ryder Cup, and he kind of used that momentum into this year. And
No
I think
doubt.
it's really his irons game. His putter has been the same as last year, but it's his irons and off the tee has made that step forward. So uh,
Well
I
said.
think I think it just may
Just one of those
I think
Sundays.
I think it's just one of those Sundays, and then like I don't know about you guys, but I know for me, if I three putt from 5 feet on the second hole, I think the rest of the round I'm gonna be like, oh my god, like
I think I've seen you do
so.
that.
Yeah.
I don't
I've
think
seen
you
you
have,
miss a 6-inch putt, so on a whim.
but no, you didn't see that. That was only a few people saw that. You weren't there.
He breathed on
I
it.
heard about it. But
That's
But
awesome.
I think that's what led to his bad round
that
was just
I
that 4 putt. Like,
yeah.
ugh.
Which
Fair
on
enough.
that note though, Josh, on Alex Fitzpatrick, how poorly he started the round and he was able to battle back and almost win the thing.
That is
As you were saying,
true.
not a
Good
lot of
point.
people probably would have kept their head.
I
But
mean,
that impressed me a lot about Fitzpatrick.
Rory at the Masters, he's what last year he missed a short putt on Sunday, and this year too, I think, or he
Hmm.
missed a few short putts, but then he ended up winning both those events. So I think Cameron Young, maybe it is a mental thing. He can't if he misses a few putts at the beginning of the round on Sunday, maybe he's out of it. So it could be alluding to what Julian was saying that no confidence on Sunday, but.
Just
Unless
something to think about.
unless he has a 6-shot lead, then he's carefree.
Yeah.
But he hasn't closed. I don't think his 2 wins has been blowouts, right? He hasn't really had a close on Sunday. We haven't seen him
Well,
win a close
the
match.
players
TPC.
he had it
TPC was
close
close.
against
Oh yeah,
Fitzpatrick.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
with the best drive ever on
Yeah,
18.
that
So,
is true. That
That
is
was
true.
disgusting.
but I guess that's still relying on his driving and not his putting. So he did make a birdie
Yeah.
on 17. Good putt there.
A couple other kind of surprises. JJ Spawn, -11, tied fifth. JT, -8, solo 13th. I think we've talked a lot about those guys, and so it was nice to see them in good form. One guy I do want to spend some time here, though, boys, is Rory McIlroy. I can't tell you how disappointed in him I was. The guy, I just can't figure it
We all
out.
saw it coming.
No, he's won there
I
4
did.
times. There's no excuse for it. I heard he had a blister on his foot. Like, dude, who cares? You're pathetic. I'm
blisters on the
going
feet.
right
I don't
back
like
to being a
those.
Rory hater.
I can't imagine how badly you would cry if you had a blister on your foot, Jules.
Okay, first of all, the last time I walked around, my foot was bleeding and I never said a word. Still have the scar on my foot to prove it, by the way.
Prove it.
What are you
Prove it right
talking
now.
about?
Okay, I'm not that flexible, actually. We'll post it on the
Close
Instagram.
Wait, so what
No.
are you saying? Last time you were walking, you were bleeding? What was?
So I played Secession with my boss. You guys remember that? Like last June, I think, or July.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not used to walking, and my shoes were too new, and so they weren't broken in all the way. And the top of my left foot, literally, we finished day 1. Still had to walk day 2, by the way. Day 1, the top of my left foot's. I took my sock off. Sock is stuck to my foot. just bloody.
Do you
Legit,
get
I still have the
caddies
scar.
there?
Like, I'm not even joking.
No
What?
carts, but you get caddies?
No carts yet. Everybody gets their own caddy though.
Mm,
It's a nice place.
I
dang.
believe it. You've
Heaven on
got some
earth.
big feet, sausage fingers and
Dude,
big feet.
I have the worst time trying to find shoes that fit. It's a curse.
And gloves.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that too. All right, but I do want to move on to some surprising, well, maybe not surprising, but maybe notable poor finishes. Starting at the very bottom, Hideki finished second to last at plus 11. Thigala, 69th out of 72 at plus
We're
8.
not. I don't think we're surprised at that at this point.
Again, just
No.
notable. Jason Day, only one better than Thigala, 68th at plus 7.
He was on
Ryan
my team.
Fox, man, has the magic run out? 67th at plus 6. Again, this guy, another guy I think we had just not been able to figure out, Ben Griffin, 63rd at
Oh, we
plus
figured
3.
him out.
Xander,
He's trash.
Xander, 60th at plus 2. And then I don't think anybody saw this one coming, but the other Fitzpatrick brother, 52nd out of 72.
I didn't see that one.
Interesting
That was probably one of the
finishes.
most surprising out of all those lists you just had.
I think it was mine too. I mean, he was on my radar to take for the win.
I think I don't know. The Fitzpatrick first tournament since the Zurich. He skipped the Cadillac. I think it might have just been an adrenaline dump. Like he won all those events. He won the Zurich, got his brother into the PGA, and now it just like after he got his brother into the PGA, it's just like and like his adrenaline just dumped
Could
and
be.
just a bad performance. I don't put any stock into a bad performance here.
You would think though, Josh, like his brother is the one who just got on tour, and he's had 2 great showings since then.
Yeah, because he's now motivated more than ever.
Yeah,
like
he's playing with
Fitzpatrick
house's
just
money
won
now.
3 times.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Like
I tend
I
to
give him
also
a
throw
break.
this one out. I tend to also throw this one out for Fitzy just because of how hot he's been. But
he
it's
put
a
it
little
terrible.
bit more question in
He hit it.
for this week. But
He hit it.
You
terrible.
guys are so lenient this week.
It might be. It was his worst driver performance in like the last 2 years.
I mean,
like
look,
Oof.
if you're talking about Matt Fitzpatrick and Cam Young, right? Like those two guys have been they've won like what 5 of the last 6 events. It's kind of hard to dog them for having a bad week
I'm gonna do it anyway.
when they've been that hot.
I expect perfection, Shinran.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and actually, with that, go ahead and pull up the results from last week. Drum roll, please. Let's see who takes home the dub.
The most disappointing for me was Sepp. Terrible.
Yeah, I had him honorable mention.
I had several disappointments.
I
think
anxiously
only
awaiting
like
these results.
3-shot leaders, like 4-3.
I would sit here and classify my week as a swing and a miss, but I think Josh had the more well-rounded team, and Julian got lucky with the pick in his last 2.
That's terrible.
Remember how down I was on that team after last week too? You know what this teaches me, boys? Never doubt myself.
I think we should throw out the last pick, like Julian said.
That's what Julian wanted.
He said,
Imagine, Josh,
he goes, the
hold on a
5th
second.
pick doesn't matter at all.
Don't finish your sentence, Julian. Don't finish your
Imagine
sentence.
if we did what Shedard's team would look like.
That Jason
Shedard, I gotta
pick
say,
was terrible.
I gotta say
Holy
that's
cow.
pretty bad, dude. On paper, I actually like your team a lot, but in reality,
Well, to be fair, when I
tough.
made the draft, I said, man, the one trade I would do would be Sepp for Jason Day. I was correct in singling out Jason Day, but I guess I should have picked someone other than Sepp to replace him with.
Lipstick on a pig right there, my friend.
Yeah, you know what? I'm chalking up Xander and Matt both being over par to just be like, hey, it wasn't my week. Move on to the next one.
For those listening, by the way, if you couldn't tell, Julian again reigns supreme at 38 under par. Josh came so close to glory at 35 under par, and Shenron wasn't even half of that at 17 under par.
What Shannon,
Just my
you look
last 2 picks alone were 20 under.
you,
That makes it so much worse.
you're any of these guys seeing your team next week?
The bottom 2, maybe. The top 3 can go die in a hole.
Kills me.
Not really. I still like them. Forgive and forget.
Man, I like it. I always say every week how I'm like, oh, I want a random to win, but then when a random wins, I'm like, I don't want a random to win. This sucks. Like, why'd I want that?
You just said that
Hey.
earlier today. Like, oh, I
I
can't wait
know.
for the PGA. Maybe a random wins.
Listen,
No.
every player starts their career as a random, so you got to have them win
Ugh.
sometime.
Yeah,
I just
got
want a
some Quail
random
Hollow.
that I like picked. Brian Harmon. The worst part was Brian Harmon was 300 through 3, and then he finished 300.
Classic. All right, gents. Another fun tournament.
We'll just point out that every week that we've done snake drafts, we've had the winner on our teams. So somebody's been picking
That's
the
true.
winner every week.
That's true. That's true. I love that. And new rules this week. I get to pick the order.
There you
So
go.
that should be interesting.
Well, don't you just want to keep first since you keep winning?
I haven't decided yet. I wasn't first when I won last week.
By the way, Josh, I sided with you and did the win, play, show scoring at the top.
Appreciate
That's
it.
much better.
Appreciate it. It shows a broad horizon of like what everybody's done. Like I've just been completely average coming in second. Shannon just hit or miss. Like I don't even.
So
want
mine
to
would
talk
mean
about
I haven't
Julian.
come in last at all.
Just call me
you
Sep
haven't come in
Straka.
last.
Hit or miss. Justin Rose. The list goes on.
Interesting.
I
like my my record so far.
I think I have to go with a new theme this tournament. Like I need to change it up. I need to get a win.
Where in the order do you want to pick, Josh?
First, probably.
We'll see. All right. Before we go on to the PGA Championship, boys, and we do want to talk about some of the other tournaments, let's just do a quick round robin here. We don't need to spend as much time as usual since we've taken a little bit more time talking about some of these guys. But let's just do a quick stock up, stock down. Let's start with our stock up. Josh, give me your stock up.
Oh, stock up has to be Ricky Fowler. Ricky Fowler
I knew you'd pick him.
Gets into the PGA last week, and then he follows that up with a great performance here at Truett's, and I just like where his game is trending. His game has been trending up. It's like I hope his game trends up for the next 2 years and we see him on a Ryder Cup team. Like I think that would be fun to see him on a Ryder Cup team. I hope he's playing well. And this year he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 top 20s already, 4 top 10s. Like I just like how can I not have him on my stock up? Like his stock is going up. Like he's been playing well. So
to be honest, I was going to pick him too, but figured you would, so I moved on to my next choice. Shanny, give us your stock up.
I thought you were going to pull yours out there, Jules.
I can, if you'd like me to.
Yeah, go for it. There's a couple of guys I'm in between, so I'm just seeing if you're going to pick one of those.
Honestly, guys, I got to stick with Alex Fitzpatrick. I'm a huge fan of the kid. He was my guy last week. Yeah, I just think he's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
The stretch he's on right now is so cool to me. Obviously, I've turned my whole tide on his brother. It's just a cool dynamic, and I love that he's playing good golf because it really just goes to show like you never know where the next top guy is coming from, and it's just fun to watch. It's good for the game, and it's refreshing. I'm sticking with him. I love that he's kind of just flipped the switch, and it's just I'm here to stay.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's legit. No, there's no arguing that anymore.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing a Fitzpatrick duo at the Ryder Cup. Be quite apparent.
I'm not.
That'd be
because it's
That
not
would
on the US.
peak entertainment, though.
that would be
Both
True.
a good.
Hogarth, both Fitzpatricks, that'd be good fun.
Sounds like
But like, how
nepotism.
do you switch from the team that's been winning? Like, who does he replace on the team that's been winning the last few years?
It's a good point. They have a pretty tight knit group over there. It'd probably be hard for someone to break in.
I guess we'll find out. Shanny, stock up.
My stock up. Both of those are great picks. We're definitely on my list of stock ups. But I am going to now pivot to Mr. Iceberg, Ludwig. I mentioned that Alex Fitzpatrick was
No one was picking that guy.
no. I
He had a
I
great
don't think
Sunday.
I don't think anybody is giving him enough credit. He now has 5 top 10s in his last 6 events, but everyone kind of seems to be thinking that he's missing the mark just because he hasn't won one yet. Um, I mentioned how great Alex Fitzpatrick was with irons, gaining 10 strokes just an approach. Ludwig was second, gaining 6 strokes. He's hot. He's pulling up some great approaches, and not much has to change for him just to get hot with a putter and win a couple of these events. So I think my stock is definitely up on him. He has a very high floor at the moment with how well he's striking the ball with his irons.
Yeah. Shanny, let's just keep it with you then. Give us your stock down.
My stock down is somebody we've mentioned several times before on the I wonder if they're ever going to be good list again, and that's Ben Griffin, right?
Yeah.
This man
Yep.
gained 5.5 strokes putting and was almost dead last in the field. I mean, his swing is so bad. He's playing some terrible golf, and just like, how can you be putting that well and be almost dead last on the leaderboard? Like, that is unacceptable behavior from a professional golfer. Get it together, Ben Griffin. You're done.
We got to clip that one. That's got to go on the Instagram. That was great, Shanny.
But like, golly, dude. I
Unacceptable
like Ben Griffin. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan, but that is
Caption.
that is so bad.
Unacceptable behavior, Ben Griffin. I love that. No, and I obviously I agree. I like the guy. I want him to play well, but it's almost hard to watch.
Yeah.
Josh, give us your stock down.
My stock down is a guy that has played well to start the season, and he has not played well the last few weeks. I went back in the last few years and seen his peaks and then his valleys, and his valleys usually are about a month to 2 months long, and he's right at that 3-week mark. So I think his valley's still going down, and that's probably Big Mac. He's just not been playing very well, and
Correct.
I don't see him. I think maybe we get towards the British or the Scottish Open, he starts playing well again, and maybe his peak starts going back up. But right now, I have no faith in him for the next month. So I will not. I wouldn't want to see. He won't be on any picks of mine for the next month until he shows something.
That's fair.
Get him back in Europe to get mojo again. I could see that happening.
Yeah. Boys, I'm gonna go with Sahith Theegala here. I hate to do it. The man's year has been a roller coaster, but it's pretty much been mostly down. I can't really understand it. I want the guy to be competitive, and it seems like he's got flashes in the pan, so it just doesn't make sense to me. And I think I've put him on my stock up and stock down several times this year, but this week he's going to be my stock down.
Yeah,
I don't have much else to add.
Probably deserve.
He's only taken 2 weeks off this whole year. He's only not played in 2 events. I think he should maybe
sometimes
rest
it's hard to find momentum when you're struggling and you're playing every week. Sometimes you just need a couple weeks off to go work on your swing.
I mean, maybe that's the key, right? Just give yourself a little bit of a refresh and come back stronger. I don't know. I hope he does.
Do right when you're in the thick of Siggy event season and majors, though. But.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
The Truist wasn't the only tournament this week, Jules.
That's right.
What did you think of your President's Cup captain pulling off a win?
Yeah, Brandt Snedeker, for those who didn't see it. How old is the guy now? Like 46 or something? I thought it was awesome.
Is it going to be back-to-back years of captains picking themselves, or should be picking themselves?
Isn't the Captain Furyk? Oh, President's Cup. Yeah. No, he definitely should not pick himself, but it was awesome to see him win. I don't know if you guys saw his reaction after the win. I just love when that raw emotion comes out. I think it makes golf special and really any sports in general special. Um, very cool to see and couldn't happen to a better guy. Um,
I saw that this week he drove it 27 yards shorter than the average player in the
I
field.
saw that. I did see that.
And everybody was coming into the week saying, Myrtle Beach is a bomber's paradise coming off the last couple winners. And then you've got the shortest hitter in the field winning. So anything's possible when you gain 8 strokes putting, I guess, except
Yeah.
for Grant
Yeah.
Griffin.
Ugh.
Shitty with the Ben Griffin hammers, baby. I love it.
Dude,
That's so funny.
Yeah. My level of forgiveness has run out on him.
It's fair. I think Shanny, you also wanted to mention something about.
I want to
This is
shout out.
California,
I want to
Joe.
shout out Blades Brown with a top 10
Yeah,
over at Myrtle Beach.
that would
too.
have been
Yeah.
it's his 4th top 10 in his last 7 events. He's definitely someone who's quite hot right now, trying to build a career out of it. And
Seems
having
like
some
he
good
will.
finishes
Love
with
that.
the Corn Ferry and PGA Tour events. So definitely someone to
Love
watch.
it.
He's definitely playing better than
He's-
your boy Luke Clinton is, Josh.
Yeah, I know, but I'm more of a Blades Brown fan now, so doesn't matter to me. But
Bandwagon.
whenever he's playing in these old events at Puerto Rico and then Myrtle Beach, top 10. So
That
love to
begs the
see it for
question:
him.
is Blades Brown the new Jordan Spieth?
Mm,
I mean,
could
he's
be.
still young. He's got a couple years to get to where Spieth was when he was winning stuff. So
Yeah. All right, 2 other events. Shanny, take it away.
all right, there were a couple other events this week, one of which was the Live Tour event, where you had Lucas Herbert getting his first Live win after a pretty solid start to the year and then struggling and winning by 4 over Sergio. Kind of a Sergio's in the Rose category for Live this year. For those who haven't been watching Live, he sucks and then he randomly has like a top 3 finish, and that was this week. But Lucas Herbert in his interview after the round was saying that he was feeling okay, and then as the week went on, he started getting sicker and sicker as he was like running away with this event with 5-shot plus lead. He said Sunday morning he woke up and he felt terrible, and so he was just like begging to get this across the line. So I think that was beware of the sick golfer. I guess that's always how it goes.
I just got to say,
Yeah.
count me in as who cares.
Okay. So it sounds like you're just a PGA fan. You're not a golf fan, then.
Lucas Herbert. I mean, come on. This is what we're excited about.
And it's just like the golf courses they play, man. It's the golf courses they play. We have Lucas Herbert gained shots this week, 3.95 per round. Rattan, the same thing, and he shot. It was a 10-shot difference of under par. And the quality of golf courses you see on the PGA Tour are just so much better than Live Tour. It's like hard to put any stock in that.
I'm not fighting that. I mean,
where did Live even play?
Virginia,
Virginia.
at a
That
Trump National.
Oh, Trump National, nice.
Yeah. So
Bryson with that 3rd place finish.
The more notable finishes then for you, Jules, would be Bryson coming in 3rd and Rahm coming in 8th. Bryson came 3rd with a 0 putter this week. His swing was hot, but his putting was off. So I think that could be a good sign then that how well he's hitting it coming into the PGA this week. And I think he's definitely getting overlooked by a lot. Rahm, his 8th place finish is worth.
I do wonder about Bryson too, if part of the overlooking him is just kind of the off course stuff right now. I think that might play a little bit of a factor.
I mean, I think that's because a lot of the Live guys.
I think it's just because of the Masters performance. I think.
And that, yeah.
I mean, you've got Rahm. His 8th place finish was his worst Live finish of the year, but he did gain 8 strokes on approach, so his irons are hot, and lost 2 strokes putting. So kind of the same boat as Bryson there, where both of them are actually hitting it well, despite not winning on Live this week. But both of them have a couple wins this year on Live. They do have some decent form. It's just a matter of getting over that major hump coming back to the PGA Tour.
None of the wins they've won have been on American soil. So
Well,
maybe
yeah, they
maybe
haven't
they're
played
just
many on American soil.
maybe they're just an international players now. Come back to the PGA Tour when they're in America and they can't perform.
Could be. I would
Interesting.
say the sample size is small, but sure.
How
uh,
about Anthony Kim shooting 62 on Sunday?
yeah, I was gonna say there's a couple
Throwback.
notable rounds I would point out. Anthony Kim was one of them. Jose Ballester shot 60 on
I saw that.
Saturday. That is
That's
his
crazy.
back-to-back top fives for him. So he's coming into his own here as kind of one of the hotter young guys. My boy Dean Burmester has 5 of 7 top tens this year. He's definitely playing great golf. Just not able to get into these major championships yet with the ogre points awarded to live. So hopefully he's going to get in soon. But yeah, a couple of those guys. Thomas Dietrich was my last notable mention from the live event, as he now has 4 top 6 finishes in his last 5 events. So 4 of his last 5 weeks, he's come top 6. He's playing some of the best golf on live right now and is in the field of the PGA Championship, but way down the odds board. So if you're looking for a long shot who is playing quite well,
Did you
he's
say?
Thomas Dietrich.
Thomas Teacher.
He hits the ball a mile.
Yeah,
He
he hits it
does.
so far. But then going on to the last event that happened last weekend that I think was the best storyline of the entire weekend. There was actually many more events that happened between Boo Weekly winning on the Champions Tour. I mean, Boo, right? The
Hmm.
throwback to like our middle school, high school years. But the event I'm talking about is the DP World event called Estrella Dam Catalunya Championship, right? Spanish people, correct me on that one. But what
Please,
happened
please,
here,
somebody correct him on that one.
I think, was one of the best storylines in golf all year. A little bit biased because I'm a South African, but still, the storyline cuts through thicker than nationality, right? You've got Yurav Premlal, who was 600 to 1 to start the event. Okay? There's a 600 to 1 long shot. This was his 26th start on the DP World Tour. He's made 10 of his previous 25 cuts. So he's been like back and forth, turned pro in 2023, playing mainly in South African tour events, some of the similar ones I played in when I was playing over there. Has played in 25 DP World events, only made 10 cuts. Best DP World finish ever has been 19th place. He shoots 2 under the first day, 6 shots back, then proceeds to be the low in the field with rounds of 64, 63, 63, the last 3 rounds, to win by 14 shots. 28 under, winning by 14 over 2 other South Africans who swept the podium, by the way. But I will say, that is just unbelievable to me how you can have just, an up-and-coming player who's never really, I mean, his best finish was 19th on the DP World Tour. And
He
not
found
only does he
something.
get a breakthrough win, he gets a 14-shot breakthrough win on, Julia might consider the second most competitive tour in the world. I think that's debatable. But I mean, unbelievable story from my South African boy Premlal.
That is pretty wild. 14-stroke win.
And
I
he
mean, kudos. That's
and
pretty
you know what?
impressive.
And you're talking about Brett Stinneker. This guy was minus 27.8 yards off the tee compared to all his playing partners over there in Europe. He lost shots off the tee and was a 0 around the green. It was all his irons and putter.
What I'm hearing is this week was a big blow to the golf ball rollback crowd.
Yeah,
Huge blow.
You got guys 30 yards shorter than average just running away with events.
I think we need to make the golf ball even better so we can hit it even further.
Free market this.
Pathetic. Anyway, that's
But,
great.
yeah, that wraps up all the notable mentions from around the world in golf, according to my book.
Yeah. Now we get to the meat and bones, boys. We're heading into another major week. We've got the PGA Championship, the third best major. Fact.
That's unbelievable.
This year we've got Aronimink Golf Club. Anybody know where that is?
Ooh, good question. Good question. I think it's
Don't Google it.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
it is.
I knew that.
Oh, let's go.
Newton Square, PA. It has held one other PGA Championship,
Yeah, guess who won that one?
I was gonna ask if you knew who won it. Do you
What
know the
year?
year?
62.
1962. Josh,
Oh,
can you guess who won given Shannon's response?
Arnold
Who's
Palmer.
the only relevant South African who's that old?
Oh God. Gary Player.
The
Dude,
Black Knight.
all I'll say
Of
is
course
that
he
the
knew
South
that.
Africans are a hot topic today. Some great golfers in the past, great golfers in the present. Just not many playing
Who
this week.
who are the great ones in the present?
Oh, dude, I just listened. We swept the podium on the DP World last week.
Ooh. I'm just giving you a hard time,
Mm.
Shanny.
I can't wait to get you on the golf course again. Kick your ass again.
Hey, last time we played, we were on the same team.
Not
I don't
again
regret
next
that.
time. Plenty to beat you.
So this is Aronimic's second time hosting the PGA. They have had a lot of other high-profile tournaments, a couple USAMs. I will say, boys, I don't know if you guys had a chance to look up the golf course beforehand. This place is, I mean, obviously it's holding a major, but it looks gorgeous. The kind of golf course where you want to take a boys trip. It's a Donald Ross design. It is a par 70,
I
playing
don't know
about
if I-
7,400 yards
Ooh, that's
It's
long.
not too long.
for par 70.
For par 70, yeah.
For these guys, it almost doesn't
We've
matter.
seen some major championships like get up to the almost touching 8,000 range lately. So. Well, probably more.
That's
US,
true.
but
Wasn't Whistling Straits playing like 79 something when
Yeah.
Phil won it? That's crazy. Anyway, should be a good one. Again, the golf course looks beautiful. I can't wait to see it. Again, nobody will have ever seen this on camera like we're about to see it this week, given the technology difference since 1962. So it should be a good one. Unfortunately,
I'll
I will
take
be in the
care.
car the whole time driving to Michigan this weekend, but I'll have it on radio. And I think, boys, let's just get right into it. We'll do our picks.
You
I'm
can
gonna say
determine your order here, buddy.
I'm gonna say order is. I'm gonna go first.
Oh, shocker!
Josh,
doesn't
you're
get
gonna
to
go
pick him.
second.
He doesn't get to pick everybody else's order.
Yeah, I do.
You just pick your own pick.
Oh, you
Well,
don't like
picked,
it?
You picked the same order we finished in. So what's this big whoop about wanting to pick the order every week?
If you
No,
don't like
no,
it,
no.
then win.
No,
Dude,
no, no.
I'm just
You
saying,
get to
you're the
pick
one
your own.
pushing
You
people
get
to
to
pick orders.
I want the second pick anyways, but you only
All right,
get to
Shannon,
pick.
you're picking second.
No. That's not how it works. You don't get to pick everybody else's order if you win. You just get to pick
Yes.
your. No, that's not how you do it.
That's
I
how
will
the
come in as
winner.
the mediator, and I would like to see Josh upset, so I'm going with Julian side.
Dude, no, that's not. We're never. I'm canceling the podcast. Like that's not how we're doing it. That's
It's how we're
never.
doing it.
No, we're not. That's not how we're doing
You
it.
can do it how you like to do it when you win.
You're just
And
setting
when
yourself
we
up
win,
for us
we'll
to
do
pick
it how we
you
like to
picking
do it.
third every week.
This is terrible. I'm picking second. So
Yeah, because I picked you picking second.
Mm.
All right. With first pick, again, I've said this before. Sometimes picking first can be as much of a curse as it can be a blessing. I'm thinking that might be the case this week. Don't know. But how do I not pick Mr. Scotty Scheffler? There it is.
terrible pick, but
Yeah, you know.
Like you wouldn't have
Yeah,
picked
he's
him
probably
if I left him
winning
open.
this week.
I'm
If we're
picking.
being honest, he's
I'm
probably
picking a guy
Now here's a guy.
that Shannon has talked about today. It's on his stock up list, and I know he was going to pick him.
Ooh.
Possibly, maybe it's time for his first major, and that's going to be a Ludwig. I think Ludwig
Okay.
has the game
Swinging out of
to
left
win
field,
here.
Ross.
So I like him. I think he's a solid pick for my team. He's been a constant top 10. Don't got to worry about him. I can worry about the other idiots I pick. I don't have to worry about Ludwig.
Cue Ludwig
Ooh.
miscut.
That would be terrible.
I mean, he has played in 2 PGA Championships and he's missed the cut both of them. So I love Ludwig, but this week, missed cut.
Shanny, give us your first two here.
That threw me off a little bit. I was assuming he would go Rory there, but now I'm going to go for my first pick anyway, give myself a little bit more time to think about my next one. I'm going to swing around and go to Mr. Live himself, Bryson DeChambeau.
Mhm.
I'm taking Bryson this
I
week,
do love that.
Yeah.
and
I was hoping he'd
he
make it back to me.
I was hoping
oh,
you'd make it
that
back to
was
me
never
too.
gonna happen. I mean, look, Bryson's finishes at the PGA Championship have been underrated. Back-to-back runner-ups, a fourth the year before that, another fourth 2 years earlier. So that's 4 top 5s in the last 5 PGA Championships. Nevertheless, like he came third last week on Live, hitting it well with bad putting. He's had a couple Live wins already this year. At over 20-1, I think that's one of the best bets of the week. Getting either winning or placements or anything on Bryson. I think he's one of the storylines. If you think a great storyline is a Live guy coming back and winning, yeah, it's probably led by Bryson this week.
I love that pick, Shanny, because I Bryson is just a long ball hitter, kind of erratic sometimes, and this course sets up good for those kind of players because I don't know
Does
if you guys know
that's
this, it's second on tour for second lowest penalty rating on tour. So not many penalties to have be made out here. You don't really there's not much water, there's not much out of bounds, so there's no really penalties out here. So he can just put it anywhere on the map.
I mean that's might be why his PGA Championship history is so good because they set it up that way seemingly every year. So my swing around pick here after that one, I didn't think Rory would still be on the board, and I'm not a huge Rory fan this week, but it's hurting me to not pick him. I feel like I almost have to here just at the win equity that he carries versus some of these other guys. I feel like all of the other guys have some kind of question mark, and Rory, I think, has. I think Scotty's the only one with no question marks. Rory has smaller question marks than some of the other players, so I'm picking Rory here on my come around.
Terrible pick. He only played 3 holes today. Blisters all over his feet. He's infested with blisters. He might not even play on Thursday
He
because
just
the
ripped into
blisters.
Julian for that same thing, so.
Yeah, because I ripped into him first for that exact problem. It's pathetic.
So
Put a
imagine
Band-Aid
only
on it,
playing
dude.
3 holes because you have blisters. Terrible.
Sissy.
And
Complete
imagine that's
sissy.
coming after you took a month off as well.
Yeah, terrible.
This goes back to mentality. Anybody else with that kind of talent has 15 majors by now.
And
Well, he has to do it this week because he's on my team.
I'm excited to have my boy Cameron Young. I didn't want Julian to have him. I need to have him on my team.
Bastard.
It's just another solid guy that I can trust on my team. Like Ludwig and Cameron Young, I can just trust them. So love that. Love that for me.
It's crazy how much better these teams look when everyone's playing.
I mean, I had both those last week, so
Oh.
So I get 2 picks here now. I'm actually going to skip my any odds, and I'm going to go to tier number 2 here, which is 50-1 or better. The first of those, I'm taking Ricky Fowler, boys. What's so funny?
we'll do 50-1. We'll do 50-1.
Yeah.
You before the show, you were like 60-1. We needed
sorry.
60.
Josh and I were pushing for 50-1 before the show. Drew's like, no, let's do 60-1.
No, we're
Yeah,
doing
now here he
60-1.
goes.
We'll keep it 60-1. That's fine.
No,
Because that
we
still
wanted
lets me pick
50-1.
Ricky.
Well,
We're doing
50-1. Do it now.
50-1.
Okay, whatever. I'm still taking Ricky.
Okay, good for you.
And then for my second pick here, boys, I'm taking Tyrell Hatton. Easy pick.
Also in the higher category there.
Easy pick.
Interesting. Is it an easy pick?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that an easy pick exactly?
He didn't play very good last week.
I just trust him. Had a great finish at Augusta. I think we're all going to be surprised. Well, I won't be, but you guys will be.
Okay, interesting. He wasn't even on my short list for this category of odds. So,
remind me the records right now. What's that?
Well, if we're
You're
are we doing 50-1, Shannon?
Yeah, 50-1. Do it.
Pathetic.
Okay.
Pick the guy I want.
I am picking the guy you want, and I'm ready for my heart to be ripped out from because Shannon or Julian picked my orange guy. I have to pick the orange irons, and that's going to be Justin Rose with McLaren. He second place,
Interesting.
second place here in 2018 at this course.
For the
I think,
BMW, lost in the
yep,
playoff. Yeah.
yep. So I think he he didn't hit it very well last week again. So I'm just hoping
If
maybe some course history.
it gives you
I
any
love
hope,
I
Uh,
his
love
fellow
that you just
countryman
picked
Ian
him.
Poulter,
a flyer.
also had great irons on the Live Tour, switching to McLaren. So it's
Mm,
possible. Maybe Rose takes that as momentum.
mhm. Mm.
Well, I was taking notes here of our picks, and I had already written down Justin Thomas for you because I thought that's where you were going. But you've left him to me. Justin Thomas is Mr. PGA Championship. He has 2 wins already here. Well, not here, but in this event. And he's shown some forms the last couple weeks with a 23rd and a 13th last week. So he's played in 10 PGA Championships, 4 top 10s. I think that's some of the better history in this event. And I'm pairing him with my other great PGA Championship history guys in Bryson and Rory. I'm going with the trend of guys who have played well here in the past.
Yeah,
And by
I
here I
don't hate
mean the
that.
event and the setup.
Nice.
Okay. So I got my Justin Thomas. I'm skipping down here because I think in the long shot category of 100 to 1 is the most mispriced guy that I need to have on my team, and that is riding again with Mr. Alex Fitzpatrick. He
Mm.
is just playing such good golf. I
Yeah.
feel like it is important for me to go down and scoop that one. There's more options in that middle tier range that I'll get back to you on my last pick, but Alex Fitzpatrick is just not getting enough respect for how hot he is with his irons, especially his full swing. It's just great. He's played in one major before and it was a top 20. So not really afraid of the moment. I'm picking him for my long shot here and I feel very comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's a good pick, Shanny. I love that.
Good pick. Good pick. And I'm also going to go down and scoop up 100 to 1 because Julian already picked his other 2 people. So, right? You've already picked. Yeah, you already picked your other 2 people.
I picked my two
And
60 to 1s.
Yeah.
yes. So, no point in picking 61 because I'll pick before Shannon next round. And I think I'm going to have to get a back-to-back winner,
You
Rattan.
slut.
I had a feeling Julian wanted him back on his team,
I
and
hate you.
I had to go down and get him.
I hate you.
I just don't see many other guys down there. I mean, he could pick Ben Griffin or Sepp Straka. I left those guys for him, but
Is Sip 100
I'll
to 1?
pick. Yes, he is.
Oh my
So
goodness.
Deservedly so.
Yeah.
I like Rattan here.
I
So
hate you.
I think
That's
Julian might have to
by the
dig a little
response, I
deep
think it was a
here.
good dive down to pick him up.
I agree. I agree.
Were you going to go there, Jules?
100%. I wasn't even looking at other options because I didn't think Josh would take him. Oh.
Were you gonna pick Rose, Shannon?
He was on my short list, but I had Thomas over him
Mm.
in my rank in my
Yeah,
All right.
Thomas
rankings.
does. I should have picked Thomas.
I'm not
You
going to
wanna do a
overcomplicate
trade?
it. I got my last 2 picks here. I'm going Gary Woodland with my 100 to 1.
Good old faithful.
Yep. Yep. I love Gary
Good old
Woodland.
miscut.
No. And then,
Scooping back to anybody now.
yeah.
Anyone on the board? Maybe in like a Ben Griffin or somebody.
Okay.
Cool.
Chill.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do it, boys. I'm going to go
I don't
John
know what
Rahm.
that means. Ooh, gross.
Yep.
Gross.
I'm going John Rahm.
High floor.
Gross. Oh man.
Okay. You comfortable with that pick, Jules? You don't look super happy.
I don't know. I wasn't very happy after last week, and I whooped you guys, so I'm just in
Well,
the
you
moment
whooped
right
me. You
now.
didn't whoop Josh.
Whooped.
Man, I don't like
Had
any
the
of
winner on
these
my team.
dudes. I don't like anybody left on the board.
Good.
Really? I like quite a few of them.
Actually.
That's mind games. I only like one, and I don't want Josh to pick him.
He'll probably pick him.
Hmm. You know, there's so many options. I was thinking maybe a Chris Goddard because he can be a little erratic. Adam Scott's been playing well. Sam Burns, he's a major killer. Career Grand Slam. Jordan Spieth is on my team. He is getting the Grand Slam this week. You guys, were you guys ever doubting that I was not going to pick Jordan Spieth this week? Like, come on, this man is going to win the Career Grand Slam.
Big doubt, but I wouldn't mind it,
Yeah.
to be honest.
If you say so. I mean, if anybody has stuck by Jordan Spieth through thick and thin, it's you, buddy.
Yeah, only one guy can win the Career Grand Slam this week, so.
That's true. Well, I'm coming through here. You did not pick the person I wanted, and that is me going back to Old Faithful, Mr. Captain America, Patrick Reed. He has not
Interesting.
played since the Masters. He was one of the hottest picks at the Masters. Really kind of bottled it on the weekend, right? There's a
Sunday.
different universe where he actually is the defending
whole
Masters
weekend.
champion and is coming off a win. So he's played great the whole year leading up to that. I think he's kind of the forgotten horse in this range, and I'll happily put him on my team.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at
I
all.
wish I had Justin Thomas.
Congratulations, you have Justin Rose. How's your consolation prize, McLaren?
I picked
On a
the wrong
side note,
Justin.
Overpriced.
Lando Thomas played in the Pro-Am
Lando
last
Thomas?
week.
Lando
Oh,
Thomas,
what
you
did I
said?
did I say Lando? Oh, you got me on the wrong page. Lando Norris played in the Pro-Am last week with Brooks Koepka and was not using McLaren irons. So
Terrible
I'm a big
marketing.
Lando fan and a McLaren fan, but that's some tough marketing. Surely you gotta have your driver using your irons.
Terrible. Terrible by McLaren. What are they doing?
Bottled it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, boys.
All
Well,
right,
it should be
I'll,
another great week.
I'll pull up our
Looking
teams here
forward to
so we can
going
get
3-1.
pull up our teams so we can get a last look at them.
Yep.
Terrible.
You know what? In hindsight, I feel really bad for you guys. There's no way I'm not winning this week.
Yeah, Fowler's
You know what?
missing the cut.
No,
Jones, that
that's a
Hatton
great
pick was a
team.
reach.
Nope. This is a great team. I love it. I'm standing by it.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so what's the rules on missed cuts? What, we take the field average plus 3?
Good question. We should probably determine that because the last few weeks it's all been no cut events.
So I'm thinking their last 2 rounds are field average plus 3.
I'm fine with that. So all of the missed cuts get the same scores the last 2 days.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
I think
sense.
that works. Good deal.
Man, I love
All
my
right,
top 2
gents.
picks.
I think this is going to be a fun weekend. I look forward to listening to it in the car while you guys are watching it. Please do let me know how flush this golf course looks.
Well, you driving both Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, it's 20 hours, dog. 10
Michigan's
hours
pretty
each day.
far.
That's only there's 24 hours in a day though.
Yeah, I have 2 kids,
They
both
sleep,
young.
right?
Not in the car. Should be good.
I can't
Any
wait for
final
you to
thoughts,
go
boy?
under. I just
Boys?
can't wait for Julian to drive under some bridges. Well, I drove with Julian and his son one time, and he loves going under the underpasses.
Oh, yes. Here's the difference, though. We will be in the car so long, he will have his iPad. Well, my iPad, but his show on my
Fair
iPad.
enough.
All right. Should be a good weekend. And with that, this is 3 Under. signing out.
See ya.